Imagine this. What if I told you that at 70, 80, or even 90, you could still leap out of bed with energy, carry your groceries like it's nothing, climb stairs without a second thought, remember every detail of your day, and wake up excited for what's ahead? Sounds impossible, right? Well, it's not. Only 5% of people over 70 can do these things, but they're not superheroes. They're ordinary people who've cracked the code to aging differently. And here's the kicker. You can too. Stick with me through this journey, because by the end, you'll have the tools to rewrite your future. And I promise, you won't want to miss a single word. First up, can you sit on the floor and stand back up without grabbing a chair, a table, or someone's arm? It sounds simple, almost childish, like a game you'd play with a toddler. But here's the reality. Most people over 70 can't do it. In my years studying mobility, I found that this single act is a litmus test for physical independence. It demands strong legs to push you up, a stable core to keep you steady, flexible joints to bend without pain, and balance to avoid toppling over. Lose one piece and the whole puzzle falls apart. Why does this matter? Because independence isn't just about pride, it's about freedom. The moment you can't get up from the floor is the moment you start relying on others for the basics. Studies I've reviewed show that seniors who maintain this ability have lower rates of falls, a leading cause of injury in nursing home admissions. But here's the exciting part. You can train for it, no matter your age. How to start? Find a soft surface, a carpet or yoga mat, and practice sitting down slowly. Take your time. Then push yourself back up, using as little help as possible. If it's hard, don't panic. Start small. Sit and stand with a chair nearby for support, gradually reducing how much you lean on it. 5 minutes a day can rebuild what years of sitting stole. My take, I've seen too many seniors give up on movement because it feels awkward or risky. But movement isn't a luxury, it's your lifeline. In my research, I've learned that the body adapts to what you ask of it. Ask it to sit and stand, and it will rise to the occasion. Ignore it, and it forgets how. Next, picture yourself walking through the door with a bag of groceries in each hand. No huffing, no trembling arms, just you and your haul. This everyday task is a quiet powerhouse of health. It tests your grip strength, how firmly you hold the bag, your upper body power, shoulders and arms, your core to stay upright, and even your legs to carry the load. In my work, I've seen grip strength emerge as a surprising predictor of longevity. Research backs this up. A 2015 study in The Lancet found that weaker grip strength correlates with higher risks of heart disease, stroke, and even dementia. Why? Because grip strength isn't just about hands. It's a mirror of your whole system. When it fades, so does your ability to open jars, lift pots, or steady yourself while walking. But here's where it gets personal for me. I've watched patients in their 70s regain this skill, and with it, their confidence. One woman, Maria, a 78-year-old I met during a study, told me she started carrying her groceries again after years of relying on her son. It's not about the food, she said. It's about knowing I still can. How to build it. Start light. Squeeze a stress ball 10 times a day per hand. Carry a small bag of canned goods around the house for a minute or two. Over time, add weight. A book, a water bottle. It's not about lifting barbells. It's about keeping your hands and your life in your control. My insight, we underestimate the small stuff. Carrying groceries isn't glamorous, but it's a rebellion against fragility. Every bag you lift is a vote for staying in the game. Now let's talk stairs. A flight of 10 steps up and down without stopping to gasp or grip the railing. For many over 70, stairs become the enemy. Knees creak, lungs burn, and suddenly the elevator looks tempting. But in my research, I've found that stair climbing is a gold standard marker of cardiovascular health and leg strength. Your heart pumps harder, your lungs expand, your muscles fire, all in harmony. When that harmony breaks, it's not just stairs you avoid, it's life. I'll never forget James, a 72-year-old participant in one of my mobility studies. He'd avoided stairs for years after a knee injury, but after 6 months of simple exercises, step-ups on a low stool and slow walks, he climbed his home staircase for the first time in a decade. I felt 50 again, he told me, grinning. His heart rate improved, his legs steadied, and his world grew bigger. How to reclaim it? Start with one step. Step up, step down, repeat 10 times. Rest. Add a step when you're ready. If stairs feel daunting, mimic them with sit-to-stands from a chair. Same muscles, less fear. The goal isn't speed, it's stamina. My perspective, stairs aren't just a physical test. They're emotional. Avoiding them shrinks your world, one floor at a time. Climbing them, even slowly, is a declaration that you're still here, still moving forward. Let's shift gears to the mind. Can you hear a list of 5 random things? Apple, car, river, shoe, cloud, and recall them 5 minutes later? It's a small challenge, but a big clue. Memory isn't just about names or keys. It's the glue of your identity, your connection to the past and present. In my psychology work, I've seen memory decline not because of age, but because of neglect. The brain, like a muscle, atrophies without use. Take Linda, a 75-year-old I counseled. She'd forget appointments, misplace things, and laugh it off as old age. But when we started memory games, recalling lists, learning Spanish words, she lit up. 6 months later, she was teaching her grandkids basic phrases. "I didn't know my brain could still do that," she said. Science agrees. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, doesn't quit with age. It waits for a spark. How to sharpen it? Try this. List 5 objects now. Set a timer for 5 minutes, then write them down. Struggling? Play more. Read a book, solve a puzzle, chat with a stranger. Pair it with a walk. Oxygen fuels those neurons. My view, a sharp mind isn't luck. It's a choice. Every new word, every conversation is a brick in the wall against decline. Don't let your brain retire before you do. Finally, the invisible force, purpose. Do you wake up with a reason to get out of bed? Purpose isn't a muscle you flex or a skill you test. It's a fire that keeps everything else burning. In my studies, I've seen seniors with purpose outlive their peers by years. A 2019 study in JAMA found that a strong sense of meaning cuts mortality risk by 17%. Why? Because purpose moves you, physically, mentally, emotionally. Consider Tom, an 81-year-old I interviewed. After retiring, he felt lost. Days blurred, energy waned. Then he started volunteering at a local school, reading to kids. "They need me," he said, "and I need them." His blood pressure dropped, his mood soared, and he walked taller. Purpose isn't grand, it's personal. How to find it? Ask, what matters to me? Maybe it's gardening, writing your life story, or calling a friend weekly. Start small, but start. Purpose grows where you plant it. My reflection. Purpose isn't a luxury, it's oxygen. Without it, you're just breathing. With it, you're alive. Let's pause for some inspiration. Meet Sarah, 76, who I met during a longevity workshop. She couldn't stand from the floor without help until she joined a yoga class. A year later, she was hiking with her grandkids. Then there's Robert, 80, a former patient who rebuilt his grip strength with a tennis ball after a stroke. He now paints, something he'd given up decades ago. These aren't miracles. They're proof that effort pays off. Or take Helen, 73, who dreaded stairs after a hip replacement. With slow practice, she now climbs to her second-floor apartment daily. Her secret? Consistency. And don't forget Michael, 79, who sharpened his memory by learning guitar chords. His grandkids call him Rock Star Grandpa. Purpose? That's Esther, 85, who knits blankets for shelters. It's my way of still mattering, she says. So, what do we learn? First, your body and mind are waiting for you to challenge them. Don't let them rust. Second, small steps build big wins. Sarah didn't hike overnight, and Michael didn't master guitar in a day. Third, purpose isn't optional. It's the thread that weaves strength, memory, and vitality into a life worth living. Here's my final thought. Aging isn't a sentence. It's a story. You're the author. Pick up the pen, start with one of these 5 skills, and write a chapter that surprises even you. The best isn't behind you. It's ahead, waiting for you to claim it.